Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Before I get rid of Wade, my son, I'm getting ready to give him a haircut. It's been about 2 weeks. Yeah, about 2 weeks. That's the last time like I said, usually I give him a haircut. Actually, it's been about 3 weeks. I give him a haircut every week just because it's easier for me to give him a lineup and stay on top of things. It only take about 10 minutes. Line up, level 3 on top, level 2. So usually that's what I do. Man, I was sitting here. Like I said, a lot of stuff this is my time I vent. But I'm able to get certain things and give some good information, man. If people pay attention. Remember the group? Everyone had their crews that they used to run with, whether they was in the streets or in school. And I noticed, even when I was growing up, there was the Nightdale, East Wake, Rosefield, and Wake Forest crew. They stuck together. Where I'm coming from, I was in Garner. I was in G-Town. G-Town to T-Town. For me, that stood for Garner to Tarboro. You know what I'm saying? That's what I called it. The GT. You know what I'm saying? The GT Connect. You know what I'm saying? Boy, from Garner to Tarboro, boy. Because I was outside in a little small country town. You really just pass right through. Really just speed right on through it. If you catch my drift. For those who know, they know. Other than that, they don't. Hey, it is what it is. There were certain individuals, man, you had some people in the groups that some of them were getting locked up in and out of jail. But they stayed together. They looked out for one another. A lot of people don't even know some of the boys the Asian, they called themselves the Asian mob, boy. They were tough. But they stuck together and they ran with them boys in Durham. They did. They hung out with them boys in Durham, but they put their money and invested in stores. Those that had nail salons in Rocky Mount, Nightdale, Tower Shopping Center. They had restaurants, Tower Shopping Center. Then they put their money together. They had put their money together and they bought the first store they had. International Food was over there off Atlanta Avenue across from the UPS hub. People don't even know that, Joe. Even though they was in the streets, they saw their way out. Even though some of them got locked up. But the ones that came home, when they did come back home, they had a place. That's what I'm saying. The streets changed. The street code has changed. I got all messed up. 2009, 2010, boy. They could have hung it up back then for real. It was a wrap. When you see some of your friends, someone went to other states and they got locked. Some people went to Arizona, other states, and got locked up. Some of them are just coming home. And these are some of the people I grew up with. Message. So when you see your friends get locked up and they doing 15 to 20 years, and you at that time 19, 21, 22, 23, and they getting that type of time. I was in school. I had a skill or a trade. I was doing extra neat. Message, tag on, boy. The power, energy don't lie. See, y'all, I don't know if y'all heard it in the background. And like I say, back when Hurricane Katrina happened in 2005, people don't know this, man. I built relationships with people who came from New Orleans, Texas. When they came to Raleigh, I was always having like hotel parties. And I knew the managers at some of the Embassy Suites, Marriott, Embassy Suite residence off of Glenwood. You know what I'm saying? I always was able to get people nice rooms to get off the street. So I built good relationships with people. Some of them people, when they went back home after Hurricane Katrina, even, man, people don't even know it, man. NBA Youngboy, his family, his mama and them, some of them came to Raleigh. NBA Youngboy, I don't think, I know he wasn't. He was too young. This is 2005. So it was his mother, some of his family members. When they came, I was hoping a lot of people would get in rooms so they would get off the streets because they would come to Raleigh, downtown Raleigh, and the Greyhound bus station that would get dropped off. And some of them people, when they went back home, they never forgot about me. And I always stayed around the studio. DJ Billy Bill, he always kept me with the newest music that came out. And I'm not going to put everybody's studio out there like that, but I was always around somebody's studio. I play the drums and I'm good with making beats and I can write. Man, but it's just, like I say, when you sit back and you think about how things have changed and how everyone's gone in their life, different ways of life, I still say to this day that the Nightdale, East Wake, Roseville, Wakefield crew, they stuck together and they made something. I know that Nightdale crew, you can't stop them. When they bought that international food, like I said, they put it together, and then they were able to get access to the bigger one off of South Saunders Street, off of Highway 70 in Garner, before it turned into 401. When they bought that building there and went back through there, I knew then. I said, "Oh, them boys gonna be. Oh, they gonna be. They what? You ain't tell them nothing." And with them being a night there, they were able to get a lot of their freights. Some of them, they was getting some of their freight from other countries coming to the airport off of 97 here in Rocky Mount, man. You couldn't stop, man. Shoot, power. They had power. So when you anything you're doing, especially if you were in the street back then, you always look for a way out, man. Do something positive to put your family members in a better position. Like I say, I was in school. They were paying me to stay in school to learn a skill set, and I learned air conditioning, heat. I was already working on cars, installing sound systems, power washing, detailing, landscaping. What? I was doing all that. I was doing all that. Couldn't tell me nothing. But people will try to steal what you have, because sometimes people will see the goodness in you and they won't want you to have them for themselves. So you have to be careful of the energy and the people you keep around you. I'm not gonna hold y'all up. I encourage you, get into your word. Feed your spirit, feed your natural, y'all be blessed. Be encouraged.